I can feel I'm changing. I don't know if I'll ever go back. All the ways that you make me, build me up on the things I lack. I don't ever wanna lose you now. 'Cause I think I'll make it clear now. It's you and only you. It's you and only you. It's you and only you.
Hello everyone, this is Gotcha Tales 800, and we're gonna do a little countdown. Yes, I'm back with the green screen. I haven't done a green screen video since like in January before my birthday started. But yeah, we're gonna talk about top 5 dumbest mistakes people did in scary stories to tell in the dark. So no, we're not talking about the 2019 movie that came like 4 years ago. We're talking about the classic Alvin Schwartz book series. So yeah, let's get to the count and what this takes on for us. 5. The Bed by the Window. So The Bed by the Window is basically about 2 elderly roommates, George and Richard. They both shared a room, and George had the room next to the window, which Richard is next to the wall. But George was always talking about what's on the side of the window, what's going on outside that's so beautiful and so unique and everything. And what makes Richard jealous and making him like really want to see through the window. Which here comes the dumbest mistake. You know, instead of asking someone if they want to see the window, he just want to want to kill him just to get the bed by the window. So then Richard, all Richard had to do was move his medicine out of the counter where George can't reach it, and which caused him to die from a bad heart. After that, Richard moved to the bed by the window. After the nurses left him, his full murder getaway spree just only lead him to when he finally looked at the window. It only lead him that the only thing he saw was just a blank brick wall. Yeah, that's how it just ended. That's literally how it just ended like that. Like come on, first, can you just, have you never heard of just walking on the side of the windows where he can actually look? To how the hell did he not see the wall when even if he was in the same room as him as George? And come on, would you actually want to kill your roommate just to have the bed with a nice view outside? Is that what you want, really? Number 4, The Thing. Alright, perfect angle this time. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, The Thing is about 2 best friends, Sam Miller and Ted Martin. They saw a creepy thing, like a walking corpse, was seeing it when they're watching. And the third time in a row it came out again. They started running, but then they decided to go back because they were thinking they were being foolish, because they don't know what could have scared them or not. So when they were to turn back, here's another stupid part. Sam decides he wants to go up and touch it just to make sure if it's real. Of course it's real. You just saw crawling and walking up. So Sam decided to go up to it only to see how creepy and more it was. The eyes were sucked deep into his face and it looked like a skeleton. So then they decided to go ahead and ran. And so when they got to there, only saw what the corpse was they saw how it was standing in front of their front yard and disappeared to the wind. In the end, when Ted stood up for Sam being sick, he looked like the skeleton that they saw. Yeah, that's how it just ended. So yeah, if you ever see something walking, don't just go up to it. Just stay out of it. Number 3, The Drum. So yeah, number 3, the drum, is about 2 sisters named Dolores and Sandra. They decided they found a gypsy girl who had a cool drum, like little mechanics coming out and dancing. So they asked if they can have it, but the gypsy girl said the only way if you can have it is to do a lot of bad things. So when Dolores and Sandra got back home, they break dishes, they do anything to upset their mother. Until the mother told them that if you do not stop, then they had to stay with the mother who has a glass eye and a wooden tail, for example. But they still didn't listen. They still continue on with bad stuff. And the last day, they come up to the gypsy girl asking if they can have the drum now. All the bad stuff only leaded them to the gypsy girl just telling them a lie, saying nope, I was never giving you the drum this whole time. It was just a game we're playing. And so Dolores and Sandra were all sad, and they all got returned back home, only to come home that their mother and their baby brother were not there anymore. Yeah, you guessed it, the glass eye and the wooden tail mom was there. So yeah, don't ever upset someone only so you can get the stupidest item you can think of, like a wooden drum or mechanic coming out. Would y'all do that? I wouldn't. Number 2, Clickety Click. So yeah, number 2, Clickety Click, is about an elderly lady who passed away, who had no close friends at all, died from illness, and then everyone decided to plan a funeral for her after her loneliness. So after everyone went home, 2 teens put 2 silver dollars, which over here we call them quarters, on her eyes, which after they left, the gravedigger came in looking at the 2 silver dollars, which means he wants to take it. But after he took it, he looked at the woman's dead eyes, staring through his soul, then decided to put the eyes back on her eyes. The silver dollars back on her eyes, I meant. And so before she was about to dig her up, he looked back at the silver dollars. Then once again took them out of her eyes and closed the lid and nailing it. Yep, and then he buried her back on the ground. So after he went home, he decided to put the silver dollars on the stool, only to hear a trill sound clickety click, clickety click, clickety click. Which he afterwards he's been hearing these weird noises the wind wooing and fire ticking and making evil shadows coming out the walls and stuff, which terrified him for sure. Then he heard someone out in the woods saying, "Where's my money? Who has my money?" So he then was terrified and then decided to wish it was all over, until the blind lady, actually it was the ghost of the blind lady, burst into his door, reaching his hands out, saying, "Where's my money? Who has my money?" Only to make the gravedigger scare out of his wits in his bed, saying, "Oh lordy, lordy." Then the old lady was literally walking, saying, "Where's my money? Where is my money?" Then after he found him, he's like, "You have it!" Bust through his skull. So yeah, the lesson of the story, just don't take stuff that isn't yours from dead people. Yeah. Number 1, Harold the Scarecrow. Yep, number 1, Harold. So yeah, these 2 farmers named Thomas and Alfred, they made a doll out of old sacks, named a scarecrow called Harold. Yeah, so he made up to scare away the birds and stuff. And I don't know if I explain this whole story, so just watch my video, link in the description. And so yeah, so afterwards, they realized that Harold was haunting them, making he was getting taller, he was making weird sounds. Then Thomas say, "We should just throw him in the fire." Then Alfred stopped him, saying that, "No, let's just keep him in the far corner from now on until we just don't talk to him, don't do nothing to him, just keep him there. Which, you might as well just do the fire part, because, like, come on, do you really want to hunt a Scarecrow in your house, anything? But then after that, they decided like that it was nothing going on. There was just probably something. It was probably just an ant or inside of him or something. So they decided to go back to the old ways. But like one day, they saw Harold stood up. Yes, stood up, walked out of the hunt, and climbed on the roof, trotting back and forth, trotting back and forth, trotting back and forth. So they decided to get back down and stood in the far corner. Then the farmer decided, like, nope, we're taking the cows out in the same day. So they took the cows down to the valley. But then they decided that, here's the stupidest part, they left the milking stools. Now, you might be saying, so what? It's milking stools. Just leave it. But no, these farmers decided, like, no, let's get the milking stools. So Tom is saying, I'll go back. You just go ahead. So Alfred went back to the farm to get the stools. No, wait, Thomas went back to it was Thomas, y'all, but so Thomas went back to go to the the barn to get the stools. So Alfred looked back for him, but then did not see Thomas anywhere. But he saw Harold standing on top of the roof. He kneeled down and spread out a body. Yes, which was Thomas. So yeah. So one thing, sorry. Do you want to get stools just to get killed by a doll or something? I mean, you wouldn't be doing it because you probably set on fire by now. Yeah. So yes, don't ever go back for the stupidest thing just to get yourself killed just by a doll. Hey y'all, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching my scary story theories of what's the dumbest decision in Scary Story regard. Leave a like or a comment, say if you want a part 2 so badly. I will have a part 2 to do a part 2 if I see more things in the stories. But yeah, it's good to go back to my green screen. I'll probably do another green screen before the month ends, and I'll do 2 more videos of the green screen next month. And yeah, I'm gonna go back to see if I can do more videos with the green screen. I haven't done the green screen since I was like January, and it's nice to come back now. So yeah, subscribe, like, comment, and see what else I can do for y'all in the future. So yeah, take care.
I don't think I'll make it without, 'cause it's you and only. It's you and only you. It's you and only you.